students, welcome back. Today we will start chapter 7, that is classes and objects. In chapter 6 we have learned the fundamental units of an object oriented programming. In this chapter let us understand for development of any object oriented programming using classes and objects. The weightage of this chapter is 6 marks, one from 1 mark question and another from 5 marks question. The objectives of this chapter are class, definition and declaration of class, access specifiers, member functions, function inside class, function outside class. Students, first we will see what is a class. A class is a user-defined data type which has data members and member functions. Data members are the data variables and member functions are functions used to manipulate these variables. Before you create an object in C++, you need to define a class. A class is the blueprint for the object. For example, consider the class of cars. There may be many cars with different names and brands, but all of them will share some common properties. Like all of them will have 4 wheels, speed limit, mileage, etc. So here car is the class and wheels, speed limits, mileage are their properties. In this example, data members will be speed, limit, mileage, etc. And member functions can be apply brakes, increase speed. We will discuss what is a class member. Class member is a component of a class. It can be either data or functions. Anything inside a class is known as class member. The variables declared inside a class are known as data members. Variables like int x, int y, char and even array also declared inside class. All these called as data members. Then function declared inside a class are known as member function like get data, calculate, display, etc. It can be any user defined function is known as member function. Class has data members and member function. Next is the general syntax for defining a class. A class defined in C++ using keyword class followed by the name of the class. The body of the class is defined inside the curly brackets and terminated by a semicolon at the end. Keyword class is used to declare a class. It has to be written in lowercase letter. User defined name is the name of the class. Whatever name you want to give, it always advisable to give relevant name. Class body is enclosed in a pair of flower brackets. Ends with terminate semicolon. Class body contains the declaration of its members. That means it may be a data members and member functions. There are generally 3 types of members, namely private, protected and public. These are called as access specifiers. And it is not compulsory it should all the 3 you can write a class with only one access specifiers or 2 or all the 3. But protected can be used only in case of inheritance. If it is inheritance, you will have protected. Otherwise, it will be only private and public. This example is how the class looks. Here, name of the class is account. The class account contains 4 member data and 2 methods or member functions. These member data are private and member functions are public. Get data and display are member function. Account number, name, account type, balance, account or data members. Next is access specifiers. What do you mean by access specifier? Here the name itself indicates it will control the access of variables and methods. Access specifiers used for variables as well as methods. That means giving scope for the variables and methods. Mainly three access specifiers are there. One is private, second one is public, and third one is protected. In C++, if you are implementing any class, those class members, it may be variables or methods, should be declared one among these access specifiers. We know that class will be having data members and member functions. These data members and member functions should be declared one among these access specifiers. What is difference of private, public and protected? Private is a default access specifier. That means that if no access specifier is mentioned, then by default members are private. The data members and member functions which are declared in private can be accessed only within class. The data members and member functions cannot be used outside the class. Public means that members can be accessed by any function outside the class also. So the members can be declared in public any function. That means one program can have multiple functions. So those data members and member functions declared in a public can be used any functions. Next is the protected. Whatever the data members and member functions which are declared as a protected, these can be accessed in both derived and base class but not in other class. That means that this can be used in inheritance concept. So just hold this protected, because whenever I explained this inheritance concept, you will understand protected. In this example, we demonstrate the difference between public and private members. We know that public members can be accessed by any function outside the class also, but private members can only be accessed by the member function. In this example, if you try to access a private member that is in main function, the private member is y and error occurred. We know that if no access specifier is mentioned, then by default members are private. In the example 1, x and y are not specify any access specifier. Therefore, these two are by default private members. But in example 2, the variable x is specified as a public. It is public member only. We know that class contains data members and member functions. Member functions of a class can be defined either outside the class definition or inside the class definition. First, we will see inside class definition. If we define the function inside the class, then we don't need to declare it. We can directly define the function. A function defined in a class is treated as inline function. Only small functions are defined inside class definition. Then is syntax of inside class definition. Return type, function name, argument 1, argument 2 and so on, argument n. Return type is a data type of resultant value of that function. Function name is the name of the function. A function may take one or more argument. To understand the concept of defining a member function inside a class, consider this example. In this example, getData and putData function is defined inside the class rectangle. Next is outside class definition. Defining a member function outside a class requires the function prototype. Function prototype means function declaration to be provided inside the class definition. The member function is declared inside the class like a normal function. After a member function is declared inside the class, it must be defined outside the class in the program. To define a member function outside the class definition, the scope resolution operator is used between the class name and member function. Only the scope resolution operator identifies the function as a member of a particular class. The two colons are called as scope resolution operator. Next is the syntax of outside class definition. Return type, class name, scope resolution operator, member function, argument 1, argument 2 and so on. Open flower bracket, function body, close flower bracket. Return type is a data type of resultant value of that function. Class name is the name of the class. Scope resolution operator is used to define a function outside a class. Member function, name of the. This example shows how a member function is defined outside class. In this example, operation is the name of the class. Int A and int B are the two private data members. Sum and product are member functions are declared inside class definition, and then the member functions sum and product are defined outside class using scope resolution operator.